Welcome back, everyone. It is game one of the Minnesota Timberwolves versus Denver Nuggets playoff series. We only got one game on, but my best bets are on the way. What's going on, everyone? My name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Before we dive into our picks for this Nuggets Timberwolves game, let's first do a recap of how we did on Friday. An 0-3 day, actually our first bad day in a hot minute. We were on a 5-day winning streak, 13-3 prior to yesterday, and we just got wrecked overall. Let's talk about it. Darius Garland's under in points. Of course, when we take an under, he shoots like 70%. He obviously went off, so did Donovan Mitchell. Banchero under, oh, bro, you just can't make it up. I mean, he ends with 39 on the hook, and his final one, 2 seconds left on a rebound, a meaningless rebound. It could have gone any other way. Any other person grabs it, we're fine. Of course, he grabs it. That's just been my luck on unders this season. So probably not doing another one for a hot minute. Then we had James Harden's over 19.5 points. He could not come through. He scored 16. He told me he shot 16 times and had 7 free throw attempts. I'd love it even more, but he obviously didn't shoot well. 0 for 6 from 3. Not a great game for Harden as him and the Clippers are packing it up, headed to Cancun. So either way, an 0-3 day. I know it sucks. You got to stick with me. I really feel like yesterday should have been a 1-2 day at the worst with Banchero, but brutal. We're going to keep bouncing back, though. We always do. We got one pick on coming inbound today. So if you are new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, drop a like down below. We are in a change of scenery today. I did mention in yesterday's video we are moving, so I don't have anything up behind me. I'll get that fixed tomorrow, but we still are in the process of moving today. So it's still pretty busy getting this video out pretty early to you all. But if you are new, like I said, hit that subscribe button, drop a like. Let's dive into game one of this Nuggets and Timberwolves series. And my best bet of the day is going to be a guy that's going to be on the thumbnail, a guy that's pretty dang good. Nikola Jokic over 27.5 points, -120 on BetMGM. Now, this is my favorite pick of the day. I'll have a couple leans that I will talk about in just a few moments, but my only pick really I'm going to track is going to be Nikola Jokic's over in points. Now, I did consider his points plus rebounds. I don't honestly think the PR is a bad spot. It is about 40.5. The difference, 27.5 to 40.5. You're going to need at least 13 rebounds from him, probably 14 to make it worthwhile taking that line. I just don't love the rebounding splits here versus Gobert and this Timberwolves team, a team that hasn't given up a ton of rebounds to opposing centers all year long. So I'm just going to stick to points. It's what I know Jokic is capable of doing. And I think he can get us 28, if not 30 points, honestly, tonight. Now, in 4 games so far this season versus Minnesota, Jokic has had a pretty good track record. I mean, the guy has scored 25, 35, 32, and 41 points. He's had 23, 22, 24, and 20 field goal attempts. His only miss came in a game where I don't even think he played in the fourth quarter as they lost by 20-plus points. So Jokic, we know he's going to get a lot of minutes, and I expect this game to be pretty close as the Timberwolves have been really good in the postseason, really good all season long. I expect them to be pretty close in this game one. Now, we've seen the Timberwolves defense really clamp up on opposing superstars. We saw Booker, Beal, Durant all struggle. Those are all guards/wings. Now they don't really have a great matchup for Jokic. And what they do have is good matchups for Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and those guys to limit them. But in turn, it likely makes Jokic have to become a scorer, and that's exactly what the Timberwolves want to do. I mean, I just said 20-plus field goal attempts in 4 games versus the Timberwolves this year. And 20-plus in 7 of his last 8 versus Minnesota. So they're making and turning him into a scorer, which is great for us because we got his over in points today. But Jokic, when he's attempted 18 or more field goal attempts, which is done in 44 games this year, he's averaged a little over 31 points per game, going over in 75% of games. We think about their guard and wing defenders. You got, obviously, Edwards, you got McDaniels, got an NAW off the bench. They got a lot of good guys that can really make life difficult on opposing guards. We saw them clamping up Booker pretty much all series long and doing a great job on Durant too. Jamal Murray's in for a tough spot here. I don't say take his under because if I take his under, he probably shoots 80%. Yeah, what if I took James Harden's under yesterday? He probably shot 70% and had 40 points. But that's just been our nature of taking unders. But I really think this is a good spot to back Jokic. Now, I don't know who they have matched up on him. They might start off with Karl-Anthony Towns. He'll probably pick up 2 fouls early because that's what he does. But still, if they want to put Gobert or Cat on him, I'm fine with it either way. Jokic is over this line in 15 of his last 21 playoff games when he shoots 18 or more times. He was 2 for 3, shooting 18 times against the Lakers. His only miss was 25 points. Didn't even get a single free throw attempt in that game. Look, I think the Timberwolves, if they are going to win this series, they're going to have to turn Jokic into a scorer. You can't let Michael Porter Jr. go off for 25 points a game. Jamal Murray going off too. you're going to have to make Jokic a score. You can't let him get 10, 12, 15 assists, which they've had in one game in the past like 8 games. I think Jokic had one game in there where he had like 20 points, 16 assists. That's just not the way that you beat them. I think Jokic is going to be in for a big game one at home, well rested. He's going to play his normal minutes. I can't imagine they want a lot of DeAndre Jordan out there because DeAndre Jordan is honestly terrible. So I think you're going to see Jokic once again play a ton of minutes. Give me his over 27.5 points as my favorite pick of the day. Now on the screen, I'm going to talk about a couple leans. I do want to put a cautionary tale out there. These are just leans. I'm not personally betting them because it's only game one. So I'll put them up on the screen. Like I said, these are just ones that I looked at. Saw some people on a few of these, but I really like all these three. I'm just not going to force a lot of picks into a game one of a series, especially for a Nuggets and Timberwolves series that, you never really know in any game one. Now, I might do more in a game one for the Knicks because I've watched the Knicks pretty much 82 games plus the 6 they had against the Sixers, so I kind of know how they play 100%. But in terms of the Nuggets and Timberwolves, they're sometimes on the late night games, so who knows exactly what's going on here. So I think these three are decent, solid reads, but obviously do your guys' own research. Now, as for Naz Reid, I really like his over points plus rebounds. I've seen a couple people on this. I think it's a solid spot. He was kind of played out of that game last series against Phoenix, or last series, I guess, because of their personnel they had. But in this spot, you kind of have Aaron Gordon out there. You got obviously MPJ, but you got Jokic. They kind of a lot bigger size team than you had with Durant at the 4 for the Phoenix Suns. So I think you see a lot more Naz Reid here. Plus, you could see foul trouble for either Gobert or Cat. And so I think we see Naz Reid play a little bit more meaningful minutes here. Also, if he gets second in the minutes with the bench unit, it's going to probably be against DeAndre Jordan or with Aaron Gordon at the 5. So I think Naz Reid can attack the hoop and score down there. So I like Naz Reid's points plus rebounds. Just like I like Mike Conley, though, over 11.5 points. Like I said, these are just leans, so I'm not personally betting them. But Mike Conley's been really good against the Nuggets this season, and they're going to need a secondary scorer out there. And Conley, when you see him have the screen set by Gobert, they're probably going to go under those screens. Jokic obviously plays a lot of drop coverage. Conley's going to get some open looks here, and I think he knocks him down. So Conley, always a great guy to back in the postseason, a veteran guy, typically probably shows up in game one. And then the final one, Jamal Murray's over 6.5 assists. I honestly was going back and forth if you like the assists or the assist plus rebounds. If we think about who he likely guards, I don't know if he guards Jamal Murray. He could, but maybe he does. Maybe, or not guards Jamal Murray, guards Mike Conley. He also could guard McDaniels, who might be just camping out in the corner. So I like the assist because, like I said, this Timberwolves team is really good defensively. So when he gets his normal screen set by Jokic, they're still going to be hounding him, unlike the Lakers, who I swear just gave him free open looks nonstop. They're going to be hounding him. He might be able to dish it off to Jokic, maybe a behind the back pass for Jokic 3, or maybe get it to Jokic in the mid range, who he can just drive in, Euro step, score, and do his thing. So the over and assists I don't hate. It was getting a little bit too juiced for my liking. So all these three are just leans. They're not picks, like I said, that I'm personally betting, but I think they're all pretty solid reads. You can obviously do whatever you want with them. Maybe I'm the one that pushes you over the edge, and you're like, I really like that. Let me look at it some more. Whatever. You guys go take a peek at those. My only pick that I actually have in this game was my best bet, Nikola Jokic, over 27.5 points. I really like that one today. That's going to be my only pick of the day. Hopefully we can go 1-0. I think we might only have one game on Sunday as well. I have to look at that slate. Kind of moving. So not really looking a ton at the future days of the NBA. All I know is the Knicks play on Monday, so I'm amped up for that series. But Jokic, I need 28 points from it. Let's go 1-0. Bring out a little mini broom, and then I will see you guys back tomorrow with some more picks. As always, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's Austin. I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in the MLB video. If you want to check that one out, it was posted right before this one. Go show that some love. We've been on a good streak in the MLB. I think 5 straight winning days over there. So hopefully that doesn't have the same, 6th day losing day coming inbound. But really like the picks we got cooked up over in the MLB. So go check out that video. I'll link it on the screen. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Same spot, hopefully with some things on the background to spice things up instead of a blank white wall. You guys have a great day, great Saturday, great weekend. I'll see you guys back on Sunday with some more. Peace.